Hi there and welcome along to the second session in the Build Me Up series for folks who are either new to rowing or who are coming back after injury or illness. Now I'm going to do the same thing that I did yesterday and I will explain what we're going to do today while we are doing some light rowing as a warm-up. So let's get our machine set up first. Now I still have my drag factor set to where I had it yesterday, but make sure and set your machine to where you want it to be. Then go to your monitor and set it to eye height so you're not having to look up and you're not having to look down. And if you're able to adjust the foot stretcher height, set it to a point where you're able to comfortably come to the front of the machine with your shins pointing vertically, okay? Too high, you might not quite get there. Too low, you might find it's binding up your toes and it's all uncomfortable, okay? Good ballpark for this is that the strap goes across the balls of your feet or the bottom lace in your shoes if you are wearing shoes, all right? So let's get into some light rowing. Really effort-wise, you're just putting in enough to just get moving, okay? Just get your body just working a little bit, okay? You shouldn't really be panting and puffing. This is a warm-up, okay? So here we go then, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Now, it's only a couple of minutes we're doing this for, just enough to get your body moving and then make sure that you're ready for today's main session. And the main session today is going to be 7 minutes long. Remember, the session 1 was 5 minutes long, so naturally we're increasing our time. That doesn't mean that you have to do these in order, that you have to go 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 20. If you want to do a couple of 5s, a couple of 7s, add a 5 and a 7 together, who knows? It's up to you. You know your body, you know what you need in terms of building yourself up. Maybe you're getting stronger faster than this series is suggesting by these small increases. So maybe you want to skip a time. But today, 7 minutes. I wasn't too tired after yesterday's 5 minutes, which was a good sign. And what we're doing today is a similar row to the 5 minutes, except every 30 seconds we're going to put in one power stroke. And that means that you'll increase the force you're putting into the machine for one stroke every 30 seconds. Okay? So it's simple enough. Give us a chance to just let our cardio system respond to slightly longer rowing, but also our muscles will have a little bit of an added boost every 30 seconds with that power stroke. Okay, we're coming to a close on this 2 minutes of light rowing. Let's just do one more. There we go. And again, what we'll do is we'll do our 7-minute session and then we'll stop, do those little single leg drills just to kind of help you work on technique a little bit, and then there'll be room for stretching at the end, okay? So have a quick drink if you have a water bottle next to you. I'm going to just quickly program in 7 minutes. Can I program in 7 minutes? Oh, you know what, I'm just going to do a just row. I don't need to come back. It's not like I want to come back on to look at the splits to see how I got on with this. This is literally just trying to get a row into my legs, so I'm not really that fussed about my performance. So the 7 minutes, we're going to be doing it around about 24 strokes a minute, again like we did in session 1. And the amount of effort you're putting in is going to be, if you think of it as an effort out of 10 scale, you're thinking round about kind of like between 6, 7 out of 10. You're putting in enough of a work where you're slightly out of breath, your heart rate's up, but you're not really taxing your body, okay? That's the important part. You don't want to end these sessions on the floor completely tired, but you want to make sure you're putting in enough of an effort that you feel that you've had a nice workout, and your body will then go, oh, I need to be a little bit fitter for tomorrow, and let you go on to the next one, all right? So normally in my main sessions, I'll give you like a 2K plus pace guide, but really right now I just want you to think about what you can manage to get through the session, just to make sure you get, like I say, kind of like a 7 out of 10 workout. Bearing in mind 1 out of 10 is sitting on the couch eating a bag of chips. Okay, so here we go then. So 7 minutes, I'm going to do a power stroke every 30 seconds. And yeah, and that's it. Ready for this? Let's go then. Let's see how this one goes today. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're not going to start off with a power stroke, obviously. It's a bit of a mean way to start. But as we hit 30 seconds, we will. So remember, you can just follow along with me for stroke rate if you're not used to rowing at proper rate caps. And let's get ready for our first power stroke. Remember, it all comes from the legs. So in 3, 2, oh, it's this one, isn't it? Sorry, this one. Sorry, I got my counting wrong there. If you're new to my channel, you'll learn this about me. My maths while rowing is ridiculously bad. My maths is okay off the rowing machine, I promise you. Okay, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go for a power stroke. Here we go. Push with those legs. Remember, the power from your rowing or into the rowing machine comes from your legs. At least 60% of your power generation comes from pushing your legs into the machine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push those legs. Push. And then if you have the right body position with your upper body, that force from your legs goes into the machine effortlessly. Well, not effortlessly. What are you saying? 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. What I meant was uninterrupted by your back or your arms. So you make sure and have a forwards tilt into the front of the machine and straight arms as you push with your legs. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Push. And you hold your arms straight as you push your legs into the machine. And that's how the power goes up through your body, uninterrupted by your arms. 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, power stroke. And you also try to hold that forward tilt as you push your legs into the machine too. So that way you're not fighting against it with your back. Okay, 2, 1. Here we go. That's us at the Bon Jovi point. We are halfway there. Hopefully you're finding maybe this light row section here, maybe you're going a little bit faster than you did yesterday, but don't worry if you're not. Here we go. 2, 1. Power stroke. Go. You should really hear your machine go louder or higher in pitch as you do these power strokes. If nothing else, you should see something on the screen to let you know you put in more power. 2, 1, go. I'm quite enjoying the feeling I'm getting from this. I can feel my hamstrings and quads responding to this added effort, but not in an awful way. All right, here we go. 2, 1. Here we go. push. Hopefully this is just a nice little zing to the legs and the arms. Just giving my body a little taste of some added power alongside my cardio building up. 2, 1, here we go. And the tough part is that I'm really hungry. But I'm in the middle of a 16-hour fast on a 16/8 fasting plan. And I've still got like 4 hours to go. Oy. Okay. 2, 1. Here we go. Push. Really do think about a powerful posture at the front of the machine with those straight arms and the forward tilt in order to get that power flow into the machine, and then add in your back and arms. Oh, 1, here we go, next stroke, power. Right, we're gonna finish as we get to 0 with one final power stroke, okay? We might as well, let's not limp home. We're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1, finish strong, power. Good job. Hang on, my alarm's going off, why? Wonder how that felt for you. To be honest, that was 2 minutes longer, slightly more intensity, and I've kind of ended up in a very similar way as yesterday. Heart rate's up at, what's that, 154 beats a minute, which is about 75% of my max. I'm out of breath. I can feel, especially still here, top of the hamstrings into the glutes. I can definitely feel that they were working. Got a little bit of a buzz in my quads, but I got an extra 2 minutes row out of it at that higher intensity compared to yesterday. So it shows that my body has adapted from yesterday's row, ready to do today's slightly longer. So let's just hope that this happens through the whole series. If you find that you're exhausted at the end of that 7 minutes, then first off, think about why. If you're recovering from illness, then watch yourself, okay? You don't want to end up really scraping the barrel and re-injure or re-illnessing yourself, okay? But if it's just about fitness, then maybe you want to do this one again before jumping up in time and stuff, okay? Right, we're going to get into our cool down. Sorry, I just talked for way too long. Get into our cool down, and we're going to do the same thing that we did yesterday, where we're going to start off with single leg rowing, and then we're going to go do some split. Yeah, you know what I did. I'll talk you through it. So, 1 foot on the floor, 1 foot in the straps. We'll do this for 30 seconds-ish. Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. So you're still just rowing, nothing different. The only difference here is you've got 1 foot on the ground. Pick whatever stroke rate you need, so you don't have to follow along with me. But it's whatever stroke rate lets you flow through your stroke here, okay? Having only one leg in will help your flexibility when it comes to the front of the machine. So you should be able to get that forward tilt and shins vertical with your arms straight. Let's swap feet and continue rowing. Don't worry if you're still trying to strap your foot in. Doesn't matter if you lose 5 seconds or so. I mean, these drills are always worthwhile doing, even if you're not doing a row along with me. This is a warm-up. So you just come out, I've gone to the gym for a quick row. Just use these drills as a quick warm-up to get you ready. Last one here. Right, legs straight, and then just row with your back and arms. So swing over your back, and then pull in your arms. Okay, so it's important to pick up the initial connection with that backswing, and then pull the arms, okay? You're not grabbing early by pulling on the handle. You're just kind of letting the power flow into the handle from your back and then pulling to a finish. And then handle over your knees, rock forwards. Right, talking of forwards, let's slide to the front, forward tilt, arms straight, and just push out from the front. You don't have to go too hard, because I want you to think about maintaining this forward lean and straight arms position. Okay? And if you push too hard, what happens is you recoil. So if you just stay in this nice position and just push out to think about holding the forward lean and straight arms, because it's so vital to your rowing. Holding this position as you drive with the legs. Let's do one more. There you go. Right, so you can continue to cool down if you wish. You can have a quick drink. You can just stare quizzically at me as I continue to talk to you, or that guy up at the top has just started to do some stretching, which I suggest that you follow along with as well, especially if you're coming back to this from some time off. Maybe you were pushing your pace a little bit harder because you're going to think, I used to row this at 2K plus 20 pace, blah, blah, blah. And so you're going to be asking quite a lot of your muscles, and there's a chance if you've been away for a while, you're going to end up tomorrow with delayed onset muscle soreness. Stretching won't completely prevent that, but it will kind of lessen the impact of it. You know what it's like if you, it's worse for running, or it is for me anyway, if you haven't gone for a run for ages, and then one day you decide, I'm going to run 10K. I mean, the next day I can't walk because my body's just like, what did you just do to me? And stretching isn't going to help that, because a lot of it's just about the impact and just your muscles just going, what's going on here? But it will lessen the impact of it. Like ice baths and stuff will never kind of cure you of DOMS, but they will kind of lessen the impact. However, ice baths, depends what you're looking for. If you're looking to develop muscle and get bigger and whatever, then an ice bath will actually reduce your inflammation, and it's the inflammation that causes your body to go, oh, hang on, we need to get bigger here. So, not that I'm saying have an ice bath. There was only, I mean, listen, as much as we're easing into this, and I know everyone's coming from a different standpoint, I'm kind of hoping that after a 7-minute row, you don't need to have an ice bath. But maybe you're going to go and do something else. Maybe you're doing some stretching while I kind of say goodbye, but this is just part of your workout plan to get back into things. Maybe this is part of your regeneration idea. Maybe you're like, you know what, I need to get fit, I need to get strong, I need to get back into it again. So I'm going to add in a little bit of rowing, I'm going to do some resistance training, I'm then going to jump on the bike, and whatever. And maybe I've been lucky enough that you've let me be part of your rowing training, and you've put your phone up on the monitor and you're rowing along with me just to have a little bit of a distraction before you go on to do other things, which, to be honest, is really kind of the good idea to do. If you can do these little rows for the time being, build up. By the time you get to 20 minutes, I'm sure you're going to be like, all right, I don't really need to do any other cardio. But if you can look at this as an all-round plan where you're doing a little bit of weights as well, you're doing some core work, you're making sure to do these stretches as well as the rowing and things, then hopefully as an all-round kind of body point of view, you will develop what you want. After all, rowing's amazing, okay? What you get out of it from a cardio and strength point of view is fantastic. It's so good for you. However, you're only doing like a backwards and forwards plane, okay? Everything's just backwards and forwards. There's no rotation whatsoever. So you might want to look into doing something that involves some kind of rotation, whether it's yoga or whether it's doing some core exercises that involve twists, or whether it's like side lunges or anything. But there's that kind of the stabilizing muscles you don't really use on a rowing machine. You maybe do from your core point of view backwards and forwards. But if you're looking to build something on top and around the rowing machine, then I do kind of think that some kind of rotation, outward movement, even if it's weights and you're kind of going outwards with your arms instead of always kind of thinking about biceps and everything, because most moves do tend to just be up and down, straight forwards and whatever. There isn't really a lot of rotation things, so it's really important to add in some moves which have some kind of side to side move. All right, that's a really strange rant for me to go into this time. It shows I'm obviously getting my energy back if I've been able to just talk at you about designing a training plan for however long this has been. So anyway, really The reason these outros are kind of longish like this is to give him up there enough time to get through the stretching thing. I recorded all of them as round about 30 seconds each, and then what I do is I kind of time compress or time expand it to fit into this kind of outro. So sometimes you'll find you're only 20 seconds on each thing, sometimes you might be 35 seconds on each thing. It depends what kind of ranting mood I'm in that day. So the last thing to say is, no, I'm not a skank. Well, I am. I'm obviously wearing the same clothes I did in session 1, but I've got a fresh t-shirt and like fresh underwear on. It's cold, so I've put on my lovely No Bull joggers and my lovely Team RowAlong hoodie. Huh. Anyway, so I'll shut up, if that's okay with you. Do you mind if I shut up now? Yeah, okay. So the third session of the Build Me Up plan will be 10 minutes long, and it will be slightly mixed up again. So it's not just a standard straight 10 minutes. I mean, that's just dull. So whether you jump into the 10-minute session next, or whether you do the 7-minute again, or you might even want to look at the beginners playlist I have up here on YouTube that has slightly different workouts building up much in the same way, but it gives a little bit of an alternative for what you're doing, and it's another little short row if you want to do something that's a little bit longer, a little bit shorter, or whatever. Who knows? So yeah, so session 3 will be coming up soon. I do hope that this one worked for you. Please let me know how you're getting on. Even leave a comment and say why you're using the build-up rows, whether it is between, whether you're a totally new rower, whether it's illness, or whether it's injury that has kept you off the machine and you're coming back. Obviously, these aren't huge, intense rows like my normal kind of 40, 50-minute ones, but we all need to start somewhere. We all need to build up from somewhere, and quite frankly, I'm enjoying just stepping up through this after recovering from, let's not mention what I had. Well, I'm not, it's what everybody's had right now. I'm not saying it's not like something, yeah, that made it sound like it was like some kind of weird disease I had. It was just COVID. Anyway, right. See, this is why people just give up on me, I'm sure. Yeah, thank you so much for being part of this Build Me Up series. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Please let me know how you're getting on. Look after yourselves. Stay safe, be well, and bye-bye.